Okay, we're looking at Logic Game 2, and this is LSAT 42, and this is December of 2003. A loading dock consists of exactly 6 bays numbered 1 through 6 consecutively from one side of the dock to the other. Each bay is holding a different one of exactly six types of cargo: F, G, L, M, P, and T. The following apply. The bay holding grain is a higher number than the bay holding livestock. So livestock is before grain. The bay holding livestock is a higher number than the bay holding textiles. So textiles is before livestock. The bay holding produce is a higher number than the bay holding fuel. So fuel is before produce. And then the bay holding textiles is next to the bay holding produce. So P and T or T and P. All right, so what we need to do is consider what occurs in this game. And so let's just take a look at, we'll start with the P and the T situation. All right, if we have PT like that, then we have F is before PT, which is T is before L, and then L is before G. Okay, now if we were to switch this, okay, to TP, what would happen? Nothing. Okay, the same situation would occur. Okay, so that's what can happen in this analytical game. And typically on a pure sequencing game like this, I guess it's not exactly pure sequencing because we're given really a second order rule right here. So in a game like this, you typically wouldn't think you can solve the scenarios, but we only have 6 variables. 5 of them are placed directly along the sequence. So that means all we're dealing with is M, and M can go just all the way across. So all I need to do in this game to solve it, it's very, very simple. It's probably one of the easiest games you'll ever run across. I could put F, let me redo that. If I start with M here, okay, then I have F, and I'm just going to create an option, PT, T, P, L, G. All right, that's done with that. I could put M here with an F here. P, T, T, P, L, G. And now because P and T are next to one another, I'd have to say F, P, T, T, P, and then this is M, L, G. All right, and then I just keep going here. F, P, T, T, P, L, M, G. And then the last thing that can occur in this game and that's it. There are 5 scenarios. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the game is wholly solved, and we're ready to just answer the questions. Okay, which one of the following lists could accurately identify the cargo held in each of the loading dock's first 3 bays, listed in order from 1 to 3? Well, automatically we're only dealing with M or F. Okay, so if we have F, could we do FMT? We could in scenario 2, FMT. So A is the answer to our question. Let's keep going though. G could never occur first, so G is out. C is ML. Do we ever have an ML? No. We have an MF, P, or T. So C is ML. D and E are M and T, respectively. So, yes, D and E are out automatically also, because you'd have to have an F there. So C, D, and E fall out by the time their second variable hits. We know that the answer to the question is A. Okay, 7. Which one of the following cannot be the type of cargo held in Bay 4? Well, if we look at Bay 4, we have P, T, L, and M. And we have B through E as P, T, L, and M, which leaves the answer as A, which is G. 8. If there is exactly 1 bay between the holding of M and the holding of G, then for exactly how many of the 6 bays is the type of cargo that bay is holding determined? So where do we have just one place between M and G? Right here. Okay. And The question is how many variables are determined? 1, 2, 3, 4. P and T we don't know. So it's 4. The answer to the question thus is C. Number 9. Which one of the following could be the bay holding livestock? So let's look where livestock can go. 4 and 5. Livestock can not go anywhere but 4 or 5. We're not given 4, but we are given 5, so D is the correct answer. Okay, 10. Which one of the following must be false? The bay holding fuel is next to the bay holding machinery. Well, we have fuel and machinery right here. The bay holding grain is next to the bay holding machinery. Well, we have that right here. That's number 4. C, the bay holding livestock is next to the bay holding fuel. Well, if you look at livestock, livestock and fuel are always separated, so that is the answer to the question, which is C. If we look at D, the bay holding produce is next to the bay holding livestock. Well, that could happen right here. And then the bay holding textiles is next to the bay holding fuel, and that could happen here. So again, we know for a fact the answer to the question is C. Number 11, if the bay holding produce is next to the bay holding livestock, then then each of the following could be true except. So where do we have PL? It could happen here, and here, and here, and here. It could also happen here, and here, and here, and here. All right, so could it be that bay 2 is holding fuel? Absolutely, that could happen right here. Bay 4 is holding produce. That could happen right here. Bay 4 is holding textiles. That cannot be true because they would all have to be textiles here. So that's the answer to the question, which is C. Bay 5 is holding grain. That could be true right here. And then bay 5 is holding machinery. That could also be true. So the answer to the question, again, is C. 12, if bay 4 is holding produce, then for exactly how many of the 6 bays is the type of cargo that the bay is holding completely determined? So if we look at bay 4 is holding produce here and here. So if we have bay 4 holding produce, all right, it can't occur anywhere else, that would mean that bay 3 is holding textiles. So these are determined, that's 2 of them, 3 and 4 of them are determined. F and M, we don't know which order they go in, but we know if P is in 4, T has to be in 3, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and thus the answer to the question is C. Okay, that concludes Analytical Game 2, LSAT 42, and this is December of 2003. Thank you.